mother to a betta fish. Her name is Donna. Even though I've only had her for a very short period of time, she's gone 2 days without food because my dog ate all of hers, and she lived through my stupidity because I didn't know that they needed to be kept at room temperature water, and I filled it with ice cold water. The thought of Darla dying scares me so much, and I knew that I had no idea what it took to take care of a betta fish. And I figured this would be the perfect reason to learn more about it. So after her experience, since I chose to do this, I wanted to share what I learned about betta fish with all of you, as well as myself. I'm going to tell you about the history of the betta fish and how they got their name, about their roommates and water facts, and also some interesting facts and cool information about the fish. So first off, the betta fish was first discovered in Southeast Asia. They made their homes in rice paddies, which are fields where rice is grown, drainage ditches, which are ditches made to channel water, and also warm floodplains of their region. Their nickname is the fighting fish because if you put two betta fish together in the same tank, they will fight, and sometimes they'll even fight to the death. People have placed bets on betta fish fights, and it's not illegal. However, you could be charged with animal cruelty. And a lot of people think that it's not animal cruelty because they're fish, but they are according to the law. That's where they got their name, the fighting fish, from. So now I'm going to tell you about their roommates and some water facts. Generally, they don't get along with other fish, like I had stated before. But two male betta fish can't be in the same fish tank, but a male betta fish can be in the same tank as different species of fish, and it won't attack them. Also, two female betta fish can be together, they won't fight. And a lot of people ask me, surprisingly, they ask me, how do two betta fish breed if they can't be together? Well, scientists and pet owners and pet stores have created food which calms the fish down specifically for breeding, and the two can be together in the same tank after that. Some things about their water is the water needs to be at room temperature, and it can't be any colder, or it can't be really cold, and it can't be really hot, because if it's too cold, it will shut their circulatory system and their muscles down, and they won't be able to swim or breathe anymore. So the betta fish has to be in about 75 to 80 degree water, which some people think is not room temperature, but it is, and that's the right temperature for them. Their water needs to be cleaned very often, like every 3 to 4 days, and if the water is too hot, they'll die because they'll get diseases because they're just swimming around in the same water for too long. Bettas require a minimum to 10 gallons of water, says Gadi Bergman, formerly of the University of South Florida. She also says that in some cases it's not always necessary. So I wouldn't get a ginormous tank if you get a small betta fish. Some interesting information about this fish is that the bettas prefer slightly acidic water. So they can't survive in just plain water. So you need to get certain drops that you put in their water, which makes it safe for them. Also, bettas normally live from 2 to 3 years, and there have been some cases where they lived well into their teens, which is quite surprising. And when they do that, they change colors. So if your fish turns from red to grayish or white, it's because they're getting old. Also, they can breathe air. So if you're moving them out, or if you're moving them to clean their tank and you put them in a little bucket or bowl or something, they can survive when you're transferring them. Also, they swim around a lot, so they do rest at the bottom of their tanks, and they lay on like fake plants that you put in there or leaves or something, and they'll just rest there. They're not dead. But I learned a lot of things about the betta fish during my research, and I knew that I could now be a good owner to my fish because I knew more, and I knew more about how to take care of them. I told you about the history and how they got their name, about their roommates and water facts, and some interesting information. I hope that you all learned something about this little fish in my speech. They are, or you might think that they're easy to take care of, but they're not as easy as you might think. If you get a betta fish, you'll love him or her just like I love